Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Better Mark. Welcome in, guys. And if you're new to the channel, this is the first ever college football video of 2024. We're going to kick it off in the right direction. I'm going to give you guys three best bets on today's card, as well as a little four-game parlay that I'm putting together here, teaser, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be getting down into college football pretty heavily. I just got done doing a live stream with a lot of you guys that may have tuned in. We're going to be talking football every single day, basically, now on this channel. I'm very excited because I have just started this in the Super Bowl weekend, and we've really taken off since, with the help of you guys. Of course, can't do a YouTube channel without having subscribers and viewers on a daily basis. So that's kind of where I'm at. We are going to grow. We're coming up on 5,000 subscribers. That was my goal for this channel before football season, and we're just this close. So if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe down below, and let's get down into the picks, okay? We are going to be using Outlier for this kind of stream broadcast. We are going to talk about them as a channel sponsor. This is a very, very valuable platform. I talk about Outlier, talk about OddsJam. Both of these are the two providers that I teamed up with. That's what I want to do to bring you guys the best content. And without using these two, I cannot make the best bet every single day that I can make. Okay, that's just basically my sales pitch. But it's something where, for the measly little monthly fee that you do have to pay, it's something where they are worth their weight in gold, because I have personally saved on juice more times than you can imagine, and we're talking hundreds, if not thousands of dollars that I've saved just by finding the best number available. But there's much more to these platforms than that. So I want you guys to all check it out. Links down below in the description. You could find a 7-day free trial for Outlier if you use my link down below to sign up. Also, that's where we're going to be talking about it a lot in college football, NFL, all that good stuff. And you can see right here, this is a discrepancy I want to tell you guys. The first game on the card, Florida State and Georgia Tech. This is a 10.5 number. That's the consensus out there. And the total is set a little bit lower than 56.5. That is set at 55.5. So for transparency's sake and for the timing of this video, I wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, but in this game, I do have an official best bet. I am on the under. Okay, I like the under. I'm taking the under 55.5. I'm sorry, 56, apologies. 56 at a plus 108 price on FanDuel. That would be one of my best bets. I know a lot of people want to take Georgia Tech. You can see the betting splits, and we'll show you guys kind of what's going on. This is another great thing about Outlier. Right now, incorporating all of these great things. You can see kind of the public money, the pro money, so on and so forth. You can see how a lot of that is steamed up on Florida State, but not so much the money. So a lot more of the money is on Georgia Tech. And I'm not going to just do betting splits on this show. I'm going to provide some value. But within this, I do think that there is a little bit of an edge on the under. That's just me personally. I think that I don't trust the likes of DJ Ugalele, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm a Notre Dame fan. I've watched him, play against, Notre Dame from Clemson. He was really good his freshman year, and then I don't know what happened. I don't know if the scouting reports really baffled, that, or if it's just kind of Clemson and how they do things and they don't really adapt. I don't know, but for me, I think this is just something where we have a really run-heavy Florida State offense. A lot of unknowns. I think that Georgia Tech's pretty stout up in middle in the interior. And I think defensively, being the first game of the season, a lot of nerves, so on and so forth, I think this is a little bit going to be a wishy-washy game. And I can bank on that a little bit. Yeah, Florida State might put up 40 points, and we might have a little good old-fashioned shootout. I don't know. But my edge is just betting against DJ Ugalele. This is like his third trip along the way. I just can't bank on the fact that he's just going to go to Florida State and figure it out. Maybe. And I wish every college athlete success. I really do. Personally, that's just, it really hits home. And I want to share with you guys that I will root for my bet to win, but I will never bring down a college athlete. Pro athlete, that's a little different. They're getting paid to play. But I never want to see anybody fail unless I got like a little ticket for like 100 grand on the line. So then we can revisit that conversation. But just kidding. Back into it though. I do like the under in this game. I'm betting against Ukulele. He's not Jordan Travis. I could see them laying an egg in game one. But I also do see an edge towards taking Florida State to win this game. I think that they pull it out, winning 14 by 14 plus points. But I'm just not ready to get into the conversation where, Florida State drops 30 and Georgia Tech gets, 30 as well. So I still think Florida State wins by margin. You can look into Florida State team total. That's another bet that interests me, taking the over in that. So that would be how I would attack that game. That will be an official play. All right, next one we're going to get into is the SMU Nevada Wolfpack game. This will be another play that we will have in today's contest. In this contest, though, I do like a little bit of the SMU Mustangs, and this is a great opportunity where you can see this number opened up at 18.5, and now it's gotten up to 27.5. Okay, so we're going to attack this from a little different perspective as well. I see a lot of points in this one. Okay, so we're going up, we're going over, and we're going for the over 55.5 in this game. It's something where if you can find and shop around, wait a little bit later and get that 55, maybe we get some buyback on the under. I like the fact that we can find that if you within Outlier, you get the best number possible. Right now, 55.5 is there at minus 110, where we're taking the over. I think SMU is going to go absolutely ragged on these guys, and you can see a little bit of the money splits. You can see what's going on with this. And it's going to be basically pretty much exactly what I'm telling you. I sometimes can predict this without even looking at this. But you can see, look at the 73% of the money is on the over, but only 53% of the bets. Also, these are lower handle games. The fact that there's only 4 on today possibly might lead to the indication that there will be more than any given Saturday. But on a normal SMU Nevada game, game day, it's going to be one of the lower takes versus some of the big, well-known games that are kind of high-powered from a notoriety standpoint. So that will be our second official play, the over 55.5 within SMU. Also, I just think that the number has gotten out of hand. A little tidbit that Outlier did give me was their Nevada Wolfpack at home is like 2-9 against the spread, covering that number. So that's something you can look into if you guys bet trends. I don't bet trends. Also, how the hell are you going to bet a trend when half the people that either played on those teams during those 11 games aren't even in school anymore or they're retired? There's no like artificial, spirit within these mascots where the trends carry over for the next 100 years. I don't get down with that. So I'm not a big trend guy. But in this game, we're taking over 55.5, and I can't vibe with the SMU number at 27.5, where we've had basically 9 points of movement. Albeit I do like the fact that in Nevada's opener, we could see that they absolutely got curb stomped by USC. I went back to that. Openers do, I think, correlate a little bit. So that's kind of how I feel about that. So if you want an edge in this game, it's definitely towards the over. It's a little bit chalky, but it's not as chalky as I thought it would be. So that's something worth noting. Okay, so for me, second official play will be on the over SMU game. All right, no play for me in North Carolina and Minnesota. I want to wait on this one and see exactly how the Gophers and the Tar Heels kind of get back to reality, right? PJ Fleck within Minnesota, and that's kind of this storyline within the Golden Gophers, right? I'm just kind of going to be a little bit kind of just testing the water with some of these Big Ten schools too. I want to see how this vibes with the integration with all the Pac-12s. I just think it's going to be a weird season. This is a really weird realignment, not just within the Big Ten, but even with the SEC. It's going to be just weird, right? I mean, Texas is in the SEC. It's just mind blowing, right? Oregon's in the Big Ten. I'm from the Midwest, so Big Ten football is kind of gospel. I grew up a Notre Dame fan. I didn't even know, Ohio State or Michigan existed until I was about in 7th grade football, where somebody was, kind of making fun of me about that. But I was brainwashed. Grandfather's from Catholic from Chicago, so kind of how it worked. But anyways, like I said, no play for me, Minnesota and North Carolina. But we will get into the final game on the slate. That will be the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers and the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Love me some Coastal Carolina, one of my favorite college campuses. I had a buddy that went there as well. Got to play some ball down there. It was a very, very nice campus. Love me some Myrtle Beach. Shout out to Gia in the Discord and chat if she's actually truly from Myrtle Beach. But that's neither here nor there. Just giving a shout out to the great city of Conway, South Carolina. But anyways, back into this game, I have a play within Jacksonville State. We're going to be taking -2.5. The number that I want to tell you guys that's important here is that within this contest, there's a lot of unknowns within Coastal. I think that you could see this number kind of funny. It got bet down from 4.5 to 2.5. So we're going to go against this line movement. All right. And I do like taking the fact that, Jacksonville State returns a little bit more than Coastal Carolina. I think that Coastal Carolina, we saw with Grayson McCall leaving, that's just a big outlier. I think that's something that's, they're going to be able to replace him, but how fast, how noteworthy. So I think in this game, too, Jacksonville State's going to control the line of scrimmage. I think they're going to run rampant, and I think that when we look into this, when you see past matchups between these two, okay, it's something where, yeah, Coastal can blow them out of the water with that air raid attack they like to run, but I think this is kind of an opportunity for Jacksonville State to start off the season in the right direction. They're at home. I like the spot, and I think 2.5, we get them by a field goal. I think this is where the better value is. I think that they're going to be the better team in week 1, and I think that we've seen this, maybe the sharp play was on Coastal, taking that field goal, taking that 4-point cushion. But now I think that we've had that buyback. I think this is a buy low spot on Jacksonville, so I'm taking -2.5, locking that one in. It's basically almost even money as well. So we'll see what happens, but that's an 8 o'clock kickoff out there in Jacksonville. Let's get a recap of my official plays. We're going to be going under 56 in Florida State, over 55.5 in SMU, Jacksonville State -2.5. That'll be my 3 best bets for this college football card, as well as the 4-game little alternate, little parlay, call it a teaser, whatever you want to do. Find it, alternate, make it however you want to make it. Cash this one. I think Florida State wins. We're going to give them a little bit of a smaller margin. You could take them at 3.5, even 4 if you want. The under would be under 62 in Nevada with the 34.5 and over 48. A lot of key numbers out there, so make sure you shop around. If you need that 35, with Nevada, if you want to get that Florida State total up to 63, you can do it. Just make sure the odds kind of vibe. Don't be taking a 4-game modified and it's only going to pay $1 plus 150. That's not worth it. You're better off just betting straight. But at this value, if you want to tease it in 4 legs, that is a lot of value within this, because I think this is a correlating bet where Florida State's going to win, but I think their game stays low, as well as Nevada. And Nevada with 35s is too much too. So a little bit of kind of a insurance policy if SMU lays an egg, but I think that definitely goes over as well. So that'll wrap up my best bets. As always, guys, appreciate you. If you're new to the channel, please absolutely subscribe down below. Smash that like button. Hop over to the Discord. Give me a follow on X. I'll check all those boxes, and really appreciate kind of what's going to happen, because the football season is taking off. It's going to be exciting. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you guys all tomorrow. Cheers.